your lubricant was beautiful.
You love me lube.
Oh my.
You like me lube?
So hopefully everyone's seen the challenge and all that first one of 2024
This one.
with a little
Winner.
And a
twist.
whitewash
Right,
this year,
it's one of them though. You're claiming the win on this one, but I'm claiming the
your
win.
year.
Because you won literally because I fed for you.
Yes.
I gave you the bait.
Yeah, but I ruined it for a bit and didn't catch out. Did you see that bit? I actually didn't catch out. And I put pulley back on oh, right, okay.
But yeah, it was, someone actually commented on it. They want a full review of each other's kit. So as a little podcasty thing.
Yeah.
What was it actually like? What you liked? What you didn't like? And sort of
about each other's kit first. That's what we're going to talk about.
Each other's kit, and then how little things that you do affect your own fishing.
How do you make a difference?
Yeah, because it is. Everyone sets everything up a little bit differently.
Yeah.
And
It's what works for you, isn't it?
Comfort is massive. Do you find that, before we go into it, I fish the best when my peg's comfortable. Like me rollers are right. I'm breaking down twice and I have something there to hold the second pot. When I've planned me peg beautifully, for me, like me roosting, everything, that's when I fish the best.
Yeah.
If something's awkward, like a ship, a dodgy, not having a ship behind you, a dodgy ship in.
Oh, what?
I can't do it. I can't go deep enough for a ship.
Oh, right, okay, like a big boat, you mean?
Well, I can't do that because that's a car.
Okay.
I don't know what's the impression of a ship. See? Oh, close,
Yeah, go ahead, man. I like that.
If it's an awkward ship or something,
Yeah.
you fish badly
Puts you off,
because of it,
doesn't
don't you?
Yeah.
If you get your rollers wrong and your pole cup goes under the water, something's...
Yes.
That's when you're the best, isn't it? You fish the best when everything's
nice
comfortable.
to land and comfy.
And you learning how to do that for yourself with the kit you have is massive, I reckon.
Yeah, because you must have, how many times have you set up and
Oh,
it's hundreds, if not
Thousands
thousands,
of
isn't
times.
it? So you've fine-tuned everything over the years, and then
you still get it wrong now.
it just feels weird, doesn't it, going on to someone else's? And
Completely alien, isn't it?
but what was
Weird.
the biggest thing you with Andy's? What was the biggest things you?
If I'm honest, I'm going to go back to or reference coaching because we've done that a lot. So we get to have a go on other people's kit a lot, or used to. It wasn't uncomfy Andy's. Do you know what I mean? I felt comfy. I felt everything's right. Do you know what I mean? Nice. Other than your pole being in the next door peg with your sock, but that's because you've got 12-foot long arms. But no, there was nothing uncomfy. I didn't like your rig.
What about my landing net? You didn't like my landing net there, did you?
No, I didn't mind it, but it just didn't have the place that I always put it.
Yeah.
Because I have you'll have a place.
Yeah.
The same place it goes, whether it's in between a bait box or...
I found that with Andy's, where you always put it and then it falls between the gap between the side tray and the leg.
There's nothing to... Well, do you put it the same as me on the left-hand side of the legs on the Matrix one?
It rests on something. I'm not
just
entirely
like
The
sure.
big bracket of your side tray.
Is it?
Yeah, because there's a big bracket between the leg and then there's the lip of the side tray on the Matrix ones.
Yeah.
And it just rests on that.
Because I think on my mat box, it was always the gap between the side tray and the frame. It sat on top of the Z frame bit, so it fell down, but it didn't go too far down.
I can't remember.
So it wasn't like you were reaching down on the floor, like.
I've always liked mine nice and low, just over the net, and with something behind it, so you can just grab it. I think it's what you get used to.
I don't like how Bagger has it when he has with a little net. Do you know when they have it in the net and at an angle that way? I don't like that way.
Your bait tray that way.
How Mark and Age used to do it, where they had it to the side.
Oh, and pull it round.
Twisted it round every time.
No. Put your net. No. Yeah, but that was back in the day. We used to have it out that way. What? So the end of your handle would be close to you.
So you'd bring it round, the fish is there.
That's what you do, you bring it round and shuffle it.
That's how we did it. It was. All
the way spread out.
And then you'd put it back again, wouldn't you, after?
Yeah.
And then
that's because the canal, innit? The canal made us do that.
Yeah.
But you do it here still. You'd have your net roll all the way over.
So pole sock well out of the way. What were the other? You didn't like?
There was nothing else uncomfy.
Defend your pole sock, because you've still got a reason.
So obviously...
Bit of exercise.
There's little babby ones on the market with the little tulip thing and the little one, but I always ship in that bit there. That's why I like to have a long ripple bar and my pole sock there, because that's when I'm shipping out.
You ship dead low though, don't you?
I always
don't go
low.
You don't ship on your legs like me.
No, I always ship low. It's just what I've got used to, because I probably comes from shallow fishing so much back in the day, a little babby rig, so I want to keep my rig on the water so it doesn't tangle.
Yeah.
And that's where it's come from.
Yeah, I like that.
You know what I mean? But obviously with soft elastic and how you have yours, it doesn't matter if it's high. It's probably better for playing fish, because the fish is always underneath you, kind of thing, isn't it? When you have it low, that's probably why I lose a lot of fish. So.
Next thing we've got to fix is your rollers.
Yeah, cheers to you, lad.
But yeah, nothing was uncomfy.
Right, go ahead.
Because I've only had one single roller, haven't I? So that's...
Yeah.
I'll let you talk about the angles a bit more when you go on about that one. So there was nothing different.
I was a rod, mate.
Beautiful. I didn't like your rig.
Did you not have the waggler set up?
No, that was fine. Everything to do with the waggler was beautiful. I'm not going to knock any of that.
Stots? I didn't
No,
have any shots.
I didn't like how light it was.
Oh, right, okay.
We fish so different.
Yeah.
Because you are 99% about catching them through the water.
Yeah.
And I'm not.
Yeah, you
I leave me rig still.
Job done and yeah.
And but that's...
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose that's me trying to fish with that rig in the wrong way that you were intending. That's why it was wrong.
Right, get you.
Do you know what I mean? Light
You wanted
and...
to get down there and...
Well, the first thing you said was, your rigs are too heavy.
Yeah.
Because we're thinking along different lines.
There was a point, you're both on that short line, you're both struggling to catch you. You were like, oh, my rig's too heavy. You were like, my rig's too light.
Yeah,
it's dead strange.
It is nuts.
It's how we think of it, but then the same result occurs, which is weird.
Yeah.
But the same result, no, it depends on your feeding. Do you know what I mean? That's where I definitely went wrong, was trying to feed the way I want to feed, but with the wrong type of rig. But that's...
Right. And that's done my head in. I mean, obviously, like, them blooming pellets, how they fall off. It doesn't... Big strikes, I'd lift it out, make sure the pellet was on, I'd lay it in every time.
Rich was laughing at you for that.
But was you?
It was... That was the thing,
actually?
because you get so... Obviously, we've done a lot of that faffy pellet fishing where you get so used to just literally lifting it,
have the belief your pellet's on, isn't it?
and
It's just...
dropping it back down, and you save so much.
I was doing that towards the end, I think.
Yeah, and when you started catching one above.
Yeah.
That's when it was right.
But then, before that, that's always in the back of my head when pellets fell off. I had it on Sunday as well, and pellets fell off, so I put Maggie on. You don't get a bite.
Didn't you?
Just stick on pellets.
Didn't you?
No, it was weird. Proper weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, main one for me was obviously like roll, rest, but that wouldn't have been set right from the start, you know what I mean? Change that, put it a bit lower. But it's how high you have...
sock was in the way. Yeah, I'd have moved that. I wouldn't have had it in the way.
Close, but how high you have your rollers and where they are, they're like directly behind you. I always like to have a bit of an angle on mine, so when I'm striking into them, coming back like that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's because of that leg thing that we're on about.
Yeah.
Because I'll sit like that and use my leg. It just throws everything out of sync,
Your
doesn't
elastic,
it?
your lubricant was beautiful.
You love me lube.
Oh my
You like me
days.
lube?
Like, you must have noticed on mine, your elastic dangles a little bit, so you got to put it in the water to get it back. Yours was just...
Oh yeah, to suck it in a bit, yeah.
That 5 is just like walloping, just...
It's nice. I think that's the double bushes that we use forever though.
Yeah.
But you've got them in.
I don't think I have. No, I'm not. I had them in my map. Well, I don't think I'm in my Preston ones.
We need to get you with double bushes.
What
That's
else?
why
What
it's
else?
been weird then.
Nothing else.
Landing nets you was on.
Oh, landing. Yeah, I can't stand them fine mesh landing nets either.
No.
Even for like air rigging, I used to use them a lot back in the day. You don't need to anymore. You don't really get snaps on the air.
Because we tie hair rigs properly now, we never used to.
Pre-tied.
But we don't. We used to tie them on a single length of line, so it'd always snap.
Yeah.
Now we tie it within a loop.
You
They
get
don't break
absolutely
anyway.
soaked off them.
You
Landing.
get absolutely drenched. You can't ever hidden that you've caught a load because you
No,
go home with wet
that's it.
balls and everything, and you're just like, oh.
Wet from there down.
You are.
Is that why you have like 83 different pairs of
And
trainers?
your
literally.
seat, your seat box is a comfy seat box.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Oh,
it's like being on a
beautiful.
big cushion.
It's so nice. And comfy, yeah, proper nice.
But no, that's different things. So how you set it up's the weird one in it. But because we fish together so much, there's not a lot of difference.
No.
Like there really isn't it? It feels so comfy. But when you go coaching and you've
You
let them
encounter
set
loads,
up.
Yeah. I always say, like, right, you set up first, and more often than not, the box is like up there somewhere. You know what I mean? They put the box right to the top of the legs, get down low, and then it's weird using the poles, you know, different kinds of poles, plastic connectors, this, that, and the other. You know what I mean? So you encounter everything, don't you?
All I can think of is the box thing.
Isn't it? Put your
I've
box down.
seen
What
so
are
many
you doing
people.
up there?
They set it up like full, but you don't tell them because I think I can chuckle all day at looking at your box. They set up with like full extended legs as high as they can, and you think, what are you doing up there?
Oh, really?
But you just keep looking at it, laughing. Gotta be low.
I remember doing that on the first time I fished Porth. I thought I was being dead clever because Map had just released their seat box and done them dead long legs for him.
Yeah.
You did that somewhere else, didn't you?
No, I did
That's
the
where he
front
nearly died at Lindome.
legs at Lindome, but
That's it.
I was like, I'm going to Porth. I don't go that regularly. I don't need a platform. I'll just get 6 long legs. It was the wobbliest day I've ever had. Like, I didn't quite die.
So like fishing on a giraffe's back. Was it? Was it?
Like in my head,
Nice.
it seemed the best idea. I was like, I've fixed match fishing
This
here.
isn't
Why
working.
all these dickheads
Just
to
buy
get
big
platforms? But them, like, what were they? They're probably like 4 foot
they're
non-extended.
massive.
Yeah.
So them double extended were like, whoa,
They weren't even 36 mil, I don't think.
30 mil.
They were
That-
30
yeah.
mil, so they were
So
skinny
30.
as well.
Yeah.
That is, you are fishing on the back of a baby giraffe. You're just like, whoa, we're getting bites here.
When you get a bit of a ripple on both as well, you can just feel your box swaying. Oh, that was an entertaining day.
It is, isn't it? So how much, it does make a lot of difference, your kit, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
I spoke about
What you
this
get
with
used
Rich
to.
on the way here about sponsored anglers. Oh, does the best kit make a difference? It does for comfort and niceness, I reckon, doesn't it? For actual catching fish, I don't think it does.
And there's probably times where, as a sponsored angler, there is bits of kit that you will prefer to use that you're not allowed to use.
Right.
So there's obviously 100% there's benefits to getting your gear for free or cheap or whatever it might
Financial
be.
benefits, massively, yes.
But there is going to be times where you're like, being independent would have been help you fishing in certain ways, where it's little things that do the job better.
Oh, I am now with testing stuff and that. Sean gives me hooks that I've got to use, and I don't go pleasure fishing.
Yeah.
So they get used, what about with you two, or in a match?
Yeah.
I'm using a hook that could be blunt after 2 fish and things like that. Do you know what I mean? Just because we've got to test them, so it happens.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it has happened.
Yeah.
That you've got to use kit that is completely useless. I mean, because we've got it's just early stages of development.
Like you've had it on features where you've had sample rods and stuff, and you've gone and they look dead good. You have a waggle, it's nice, and then you go and fish with it, and it blows up.
A bit,
And that's sort of the payoff that comes with it, I suppose, isn't it? There's times
definitely.
you got the nice bit of being able to ring someone up and say, "Oh yeah, can I get this because I'm fishing here?" But at the same point, there's times you're using stuff that might not be right. That's not right yet.
Floats. I was going to talk about floats, but tackle you could be better than what you're having to use, definitely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You have to use the sponsors, your sponsors tackle.
There won't be anyone who's sponsored who, given the choice, would
have 100% of that
they'd
sponsored
swap
tackle.
some bits out.
100%.
Obviously, you're with a company because you believe in the majority of their products, but there's going to be stuff that doesn't suit you or suit your fishing.
Of course there is. Not one company makes the best of everything. It doesn't.
No.
It'd be stupid to even hint that was the way, isn't it? But tackle, you just use what you get. You learn. Like that's the key thing we're on about, isn't it?
But
you learn your kit, how it is. Of course, it can be improved.
Did you find that, like moving from map to matrix, or did you go from map to Preston? Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing in between.
No, Richard.
No, just a lot of bait companies.
Many.
Did you find it was like a few weeks or a few months settling into the kit sort of thing, swapping everything over?
Oh yeah, like ridiculously so. Changing everything over.
It's quite different map kit to Preston kit, isn't it?
Yeah, especially the top kit's so much longer and this, that and the other. What was the other one? Yeah, everything else is like pretty similar, but it's just the fact that Preston obviously do absolutely everything. You know what I mean? All the attachments.
So you made sure you ordered absolutely everything.
Yeah, because obviously
literally every time we went out filming,
and
for about 6 months, you were spooling up a reel.
Yeah, but it wouldn't
get a rod out of a wrapper.
I didn't say to me, it wouldn't be anything that I wouldn't use. You know what I mean? Obviously things like that.
You're lying. That was a lie.
It wouldn't
He went full magpie mode. He was like, one of them.
Oh, shiny!
He has like 8 different swivels, and you think, what are you ordering?
That's because I kept ordering the wrong ones. I kept saying the diamond. I want them ones that you like pull apart and you put an hook length on them.
But he'll do that when it comes to actually needing a swivel. You'd be like, I've got no swivels.
Yeah, the actual one you need. Don't know where they are.
Oh yeah, they're on somewhere. But yeah, no, I mean all the gear is like pretty much like for like, innit? You know what I mean? That kind
Very
of thing.
similar, yeah.
Very similar.
Yeah, if you went Preston to I went map to matrix.
Well, you took the designer with you, so you probably...
He took me. Sean had already gone, so it was just the same designer's kit I was using, wasn't it?
Yeah, a lot of it you can see the similarities between map, but his like second or third evolution of a product, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Sean's the brains always, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So, nothing changed much. Poles are very similar as well for me. Nothing changed. Like, who was I with before then? Maver. Then I go from Maver to Map. I've always been with the Ms.
Yeah.
Maver, Map, MAs.
Yeah, you did.
Where can you go after?
No.
That's it. Done.
Mars.
Go to Mars.
Get sponsored by Mars.
Mars bars. Go on, Mars bars.
Pattern off as it is. Don't need any of that. Don't need any help, do I? But yeah, no, it's never, swapping gear hasn't ever been I don't like this.
No.
There's just kit you have that you don't like.
Yeah.
But you speak to him.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm a nightmare with Sean. If I don't like someone, I hate it. Well, I hate everything straight away as a rule, and then he gives me a bollocking, tells me to use it properly, and then I tell him I love it a month later.
You just get a bit weird with change and stuff.
I don't like change, That's what it is, isn't it?
And then you're suddenly like, this is amazing.
That's the lesson that you learn to use your kit, and you do start loving it then.
Yeah, definitely.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Brilliant gear.
But what's the worst thing you see? worst bit of kit you see that you think affects
Landing
people's
handles for me.
I was going to say, you just
Sorry,
stolen
mate.
that.
Handles,
it is, isn't it?
Yeah, from the ones
Massive.
back in the day, the telescopic ones that like you try and net something and it's still there, like a massive bend in it.
There is the biggest. That can affect your fishing.
100%.
Huge, in it.
Yeah, and it's not expensive now to get a 3 metre solid, stiff as a poker landing handle, is it?
It
It's
is
not.
one of
It
those
will
things
transform
that
your fishing.
it's not
Yeah.
an exciting thing to buy. I think that's the problem. A landing handle seems
Yeah, but it
one
makes so much
I know,
difference.
once you've used one.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
when it is.
Yeah,
You've
it
got to
is.
let them use it.
Let them use theirs and then let me use mine, and then they're like, wow.
They'd always buy one, wouldn't they?
If you've not
100%.
used one, spend, especially if it's a 4 metre and it's like £100.
Use the two
It's a-
bits, yeah.
But it's a lot of money, £100 to spend on.
But it'll last you
A
forever.
boring-
They don't break, do they? They used to break. The old ones break. These new ones now, flipping it, you can't break them.
But it's mad how quick you get used to it though. If you've been using a 4 metre landing handle for ages and then like your snapper section and you have to use it at 3 metres for the day.
Oh yeah,
Everything
You're like
just
constantly
feels
like
out
that,
of.
aren't you?
Yeah.
Like out
I
of sync.
very rarely use a 4 one these days.
Do
I've
you?
gone shorter again now.
Have you?
I use 3 metre for everything now, unless it's deep.
No, I quite like it.
You like the big long one. What one are you using a map on?
Black Edition Parabolics that's been going
they're
for
bomb-proof.
God
they are.
knows how long.
What were they? They're 3 sections, aren't they?
Yeah, 3 sections, 4 metres.
Remember, I had either an extra bit on the end of the third section. You did like a 5 metre. That was like ridiculous. I love that. So heavy, but like
What, just hook it on your short line,
Oh,
lift
it's
it straight
amazing.
up and net it.
So
It'd
good.
been right for Medlands, it'd be right
Yeah,
for that sort
perfect.
of thing.
Almost like the Matrix ones, because they had them, didn't they? They're the 5
Well,
metre
that's what they
ones.
copied off 4.5 metre
Yeah,
Horizon one, wasn't it?
yeah.
Or they might have been 5 metres.
I love it. Yeah, I'm landing handles.
I'm not in the long, I just want.
Stiff.
I was glad you said that because you just giggled if I'd have said I want a big stiff one.
It's right though, isn't it? It makes
Yeah.
such a difference. And I think landing net handles, landing nets as well, when you're using them for a job like speed fishing in the summer, scooping.
I did, how weird,
that.
because I had
I
one
like
of
to
them
scoop fish.
Preston
You know
scoopy ones.
That's
Yeah.
why you never got short.
Have you,
what I mean? Bit much commotion.
but I used that for so long and then I've lost it somewhere. I think I left it at Medlands. And I had to use one of the fine mesh ones on the final.
Yeah. you
Just
don't
how
like it.
different it feels and how slow you feel. And
Yeah.
actually, I might blame that for losing that skimmer.
Oh, J Lad. It always comes down to
think
J
it-
Lad.
In fact, I probably have. He's probably stolen it off me at some point. Have you actually bought that
No, I
one?
think that's the one you lent to my dad's mate and you didn't want it back. So
So you
But I'm gonna let you off and say why I won it because you're always in my head. Andrew, don't have a lovely day's fishing. Fish pellets. It's actual. I would have stayed on that short line.
Well, it's not about kit though, is it? That's
No.
Another.
he
day
just wanted to
chat
mention
about
it won
that.
a match. It was just bringing up it.
all
That,
good.
that's
Sorry.
a new,
I'd say another thing. The biggest kit thing is good rollers these days.
Oh,
What
yeah.
difference they make?
Yeah.
They
Nice
seem
smooth
to,
rollers.
for a long time, lots of companies' rollers were too little.
Remember the back in the day? Was it rock and rollers? The Daiwa ones.
Rock and roller.
Rock and rollers. You wouldn't remember them. They're like the legs were like that thin, weren't they? Like
I've
size
seen
of
them.
key.
They were Daiwa ones.
Nathan-
Where did that? No, a Boss.
Boss.
Nathan
That's it.
Watson still uses the original.
Yeah, Nathan will still have one.
And they were so hard. Like if it was a cold day, you couldn't like
you'd
twist
never
them
ever
up, could you?
extend them.
Like no, just leave them.
Yeah, they'd seize within a week, wouldn't they? And they just, but yeah, they were probably 10 mil, but then they had like a 5 mil extending piece in it. They'd be like your box on them still.
Poles would go bye bye in the wind, wouldn't they? 'Cause
But
it's
they
like,
weren't bad.
No chance.
They actually held your pole.
You
but
remember
they
the
were,
like the V ones as well?
they were the Preston original V rollers. Are responsible for more pole breakage than anything on the planet.
Just because of roller going.
Yes.
The pole, it'd go off. It'd catapult 12 pegs away back in the day.
They always had a hook underneath for like a ground bait bucket full of water, but no one ever bothered.
No one
did
ever put that on.
they?
Never.
And then you had that bit of elastic that went across.
But that made it worse. They put the bit across
Was it a
and your
bit
pole
that
would
and then
blow
just
into
go
the
ding?
corner and then it'd take it out. It was
love
so bad, weren't
Yeah.
they? That used to be the first thing you'd say to people coaching.
That was
You got a
cheap.
V-roller, throw it away.
Genius and Preston though. Like
Preston were
breaking pole sections.
beyond
Spend some money.
genius, wasn't it?
Yeah, amazing.
was.
Love it.
Our V-roller, wasn't it? But yeah, it's all gone now, isn't it? Now it's
Oh
all,
yeah.
they're all
Rollers
flat,
ridiculous.
big, and go high.
Yeah.
Well, they don't though. This annoys me.
They seem to be getting better.
No, but everyone's doing them now to use with leg extensions to get them to a decent height.
Yeah.
Like the Preston ones are probably the closest because they've got the
Preston ones,
triple
yeah.
extending and get to a decent height without
Yeah.
extend. But it does me head in having to attach bits like
At least
every
there's
other
an
one.
option to, though. There never used to be.
Yeah, but just make them triple extending, decent length, so you don't have to keep adding bits on.
But when you go triple extending, you get with that smaller taper. So
Yeah, it's gonna
they
be a
get
bit
thinner and get
rockier,
wobblier.
Yeah.
I'd rather it be wobbly and less hassle.
Would you?
I think.
Don't know. But at least they're good now.
Yeah.
And having good rollers that go 5 foot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
6
you got the
foot.
option if you want to
Massive.
go longer as well, haven't you?
And
Yeah.
That's made a big difference to my fishing using rollers correctly.
Yeah,
huge, hasn't it? I mean, learning where they go. Wow.
Yeah,
that makes a difference instead of using branches and rod bags and
rod bags are the one, wasn't it?
cars.
Yeah,
Used all sorts in the past, didn't it?
Jeez, yeah.
Honest, all sorts.
What, your car or someone else's?
I've used the roof of someone's car at Lingmere when I was shipping through the edge.
Did you know? Or?
Someone used it on mine once as well, just right across the top of the car. Yeah, cheers for that.
You used to use it at Brookside, didn't we? On the first pegs when you come in, pegs 1, 2, 3.
Oh, yeah.
Use the car behind there.
There'd be a car there, put your rod bag on top of the car roof. We've done all sorts in past for roads.
Have you ever done it where you like shipped it through a bush and then you've realised it's a road behind you? And
No, I've had cows. I've had a cow behind me eating. I've had a pig at Weston.
Loads of people said about that.
Yeah,
a big pot-bellied pig.
No, he was the big one at the top end at Weston. There used to be like a little gang of little teenage horrible kids that lived at the back. I think Mike's set them all now. They've all been barbecued now. But yeah, they'd regularly munch you at the end off a number 5.
Really?
Oh, they just nail it.
Bloody hell.
Gone, one bite's gone. Well, like loads as
I'm
well.
sure,
Not now and
didn't
again.
Les Thompson have it at the Riddens?
He had a sheep eat it.
Really?
Yeah, sheep at Les's. I wasn't there, but I've heard that story a lot. I don't know whether it ate it or ran through it.
Oh, bloody hell.
But yeah, flipping it. Oh, that's gone a bit wayward. That one,
Yeah,
hasn't
but
it?
no, that's one of them.
No, the evolution
else
of
would you
kit's been a
expect?
good one, hasn't it? But
Yeah.
your kit was very nice to use, but I'll like mine. But
Yeah,
And a lot of Vaseline.
lots of Vaseline. I think there's like, I've got about 4 or 5 pots, I think.
there's at least 5 pots in your.
Oh, yeah, at least. There's shots everywhere.
well
Number
covered.
11s have gone everywhere.
Yeah.
So if you've got does it make your shots float if they've like been rattling around in the tubs of Vaseline?
Possibly.
Got
I'll
a
have to
neutrally
try 'em.
buoyant shot.
That might be
People
like a size
lubricated.
16 or something, mightn't it?
So we can move them along the line, and they're all just all pre-lubed up all this shot.
They go like that in the Vaseline, there's like a clump there, and like one of them's got, yep, that one will do. Oh, yeah.
No, right, that'll do.
Lovely.
Nice chat. Thank you, everyone.